Welcome back. Time for better tech tips. Now, most of us have a few email accounts, but if you're a Verizon customer, you might lose one of them if you don't take action.
That's right. Verizon is moving its email servers, and that means customers will need to make some changes. And here to tell us more about it is Stan Prager from GoGeeks. Stan, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you.
Same to you. So what's the deal with Verizon now?
So today's story is kind of an audience-specific story. So if you do not have Verizon email currently, in other words, if your email does not end with @verizon.net, you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
If it does, you better listen up carefully and worry, because it's very, very important. So Verizon bought AOL back in 2015. But what they decided to do is let AOL handle the email aspect of it. So if you had Verizon DSL for your internet provider, you would also get this Verizon email. You might not have used it, but if you do use it, this is very important because it's going to go away unless you take some specific steps. AOL is now going to handle the email for Verizon. What that means is that your email will stay the same. It'll still be @verizon.net. It's not going to change to AOL. But if you don't follow the instructions in the email they send you and click on the link and go to AOL and re-register and put a new password in, you'll lose your email, all your contacts forever.
Now,
Oh, boy.
I think the biggest news in this is that AOL is still around.
It is kind of
Who knew?
surprising, isn't it? I mean, this has come up a couple of times in the news when people say, "I can't believe you had an AOL email," right?
That's right.
But
Yeah.
but I mean, we. You know,
I still keep mine from my first screen name that I made in middle school. It's usually what I send a lot of
Do you
junk
really?
mail
Wow.
to, but yeah.
Now, for those folks like Mary Kate who still have an AOL email, will that affect them, or it's just for
No, there's
Verizon?
no effect on anyone except people who have an email ending in Verizon.net. So the good news is if you do what you need to do, you will not lose your email or your contacts, and you can go on from there. The other good news is if you've been holding off switching to cable for faster internet, because boy, is the cable internet faster than Verizon DSL. If you've been holding off because you didn't want to lose your Verizon email, now you can do that, because once you do this switch and re-register it, your email is good forever at Verizon.net, regardless of who your provider is. So if you switch to Charter or Comcast or whatever, it's not a problem. The issue is you have to do this, and then the second issue is if you use a third-party program like Outlook or Windows Live Mail or one of those mail programs, you're going to need to go in and program your new password in there.
Okay.
And that's going to be the stumbling block for some people, where they may need to reach out to a professional. At GoGeeks, we've already had to go to a few people's homes to help them with this because they're afraid of losing their email and they don't know how to update their password in their mail program.
So it can be quite complicated.
It can be. I mean, some people can do it and some people can't. It's really the level of comfort zone you have with this. If this was an automobile-related thing, by the way, I wouldn't be able to do it. I would have to go to my mechanic. So don't feel bad if you're one of those people who can't do it on your own and your son-in-law who lives in Idaho can't help you over the phone. Call us. We can go out and take care of it for you. But the most important thing is you need to act. If you do not click on this and make the change, you will lose your email forever.
So when you say click on it, I'm assuming then if you have one of these emails, a Verizon email, you're going to get a message from the company in your inbox.
Yes, and many people have got this message last month, the month before. Some people got it back in December, but most people have ignored it, which you're want to do, right? Because
Sometimes.
you either don't know, right?
Exactly.
Sometimes
Put it off.
you either. It's the ultimate. I've always wanted to work on that procrastination problem, but I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Ignore it at your own peril then, because it could ruin that address for you permanently.
Well, exactly. Plus, if that's the only email you have, geez, you're going to lose touch with everybody that you've been in contact with over the years. So
Good information.
do act. If you have questions, call.
Sounds
Wonderful.
good.
Thanks so much, Stan, for coming by.
Coming up after the break.